and I think she's the only one out of us that plays RPGs.
That's a lie. That's
No.
a lie.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm not an RPG guy.
Your lies.
I'm sorry. I don't have the patience to read my attacks. I want to see a motherfucker get hit. You know what I'm saying?
I used to play them, but I can't do it anymore.
I mean, I could do The Witcher, which was a variation, I think, of RPG, but I think it was more action.
No, it is an RPG. I think I'm the only one who plays MMORPGs.
What is that?
PC based.
So the multiplayer ones like World of Warcraft and stuff like that.
Well,
yes, yeah.
But you're current, like you're still playing the same World of Warcraft. Do you have the same team that you start? I mean, like, I don't know how that works. And what are you playing right now?
I still play the very first character I ever made. And I've been playing. Their 20th anniversary is going on right now in the game, and I've been playing. I want to say maybe about 17 of those years.
17.
I don't have a problem. Shut up.
Do you have to buy new games, or do you just update the? I mean, how does
you buy expansions for like new content. So like when the new expansion comes out, you just buy the base game, but it's a monthly subscription. And yeah, I've been here for 17 years.
Okay, so when you get off, when we leave the podcast today, and you get off and you go to spend time with your family, the next time you play a video game, what game is that going to be?
I don't have World of Warcraft open right now.
Yo, but that's a PC based. It's not a console, right?
Yeah, it's PC based. They said that they're going to migrate it over to like they're trying because now Blizzard's owned by Microsoft, so they're trying to do like PlayStation and stuff like that. I don't know if it'll work. I'm a keyboard and mouse type of girly, but I play Fallout 76 on my PC and on the PlayStation.
I feel like
but my PC has more space for games, so I tend to just download everything on my PC instead of having to like decide who am I deleting off my PlayStation today, you know?
Pretty much, yeah.
And I have an external hard drive on my PlayStation, and it still doesn't have enough space for everything I want.
Yeah.
What about you, Ty? What are you big on right
now? I'm splitting between Undisputed. I'm playing Undisputed, which is the new boxing game. I'm playing Fortnite, as you know, MLB The Show. MLB The Show, and I am on Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals. I'm glad you mentioned that.
I have been playing that. I just downloaded some games too, so I'm like playing some stuff with my son because he's hella into Sonic. So I'm playing Sonic Frontiers with him.
I got that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, we can get some gaming in. So yeah, I'm fluctuating between games right now. I was last year strongly on Fortnite, you know this. But this year I'm kind of mixing it up. I'm like, all right, let me spread myself around a little bit in this gaming world. So yeah, we might see me on a little bit more stuff.
Okay.
I might get on that Black Myth Wukong with you. Yeah, that might be the next
game.
Yeah, I know.
But it's dope. Did you play Onimusha?
No.
Okay. It gives Onimusha, which is basically like, like you got a bow and you like, you hit motherfucker multiple times and then you use your magic and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you collect souls type shit, like sick as fuck. Yeah, so it's not on sale, but right now it's I needed a single player, I need to beat this game type game instead of all of the competitive choice, you know what I'm saying? Because I just been playing competitive and that would drive you nuts. I'll talk about that when it's my turn though. Yes. What's up with you? What you want?
So I haven't been gaming a lot this year just because it's just been like kind of crazy and hectic. But I did finally join, thanks to. Never mind. Anyway, I just finally joined the PS5 gang. I just have to get it. I just have to download it and everything. That I'm officially on, so don't worry. I will send the game soon and I'll get everything going. I've been so busy. I haven't been, able to officially send you guys everything because I haven't been playing. But when I was playing and when I do catch a moment and get to play, I've been obsessed with Harry Potter. That fucking game is so crazy and amazing. I'm like 80% done with it, and I literally have done all the little side quest things, gathered all the shit. And I'm telling you, it is fucking crazy. If you're scared of spiders, I do not recommend playing this game, is all I'm saying, because them shits are big and they be jumping at your ass and it's fucking terrifying. So just keep that in mind. You can turn on arachnophobia mode, just saying. But that is one of the games I've been playing. And also, I'm not gonna lie, Jedi Survivor, it's not as good as you know what I'm saying, the first game.
Oh, wow.
It's good, but it's not. I've noticed I liked the first one better. Like storyline with Cal was way fucking stronger. It was way better. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to a world and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back to the other world. Let me just finish this shit. And I had to go back there anyway. So it's, you know what I'm saying? You're not traveling on like how you used to in the first one. It's a little more localized, you know what I'm saying, to Kobo. Yeah. So I'm still getting through it. I just kind of started playing, in my a little bits of free time. I'll get an hour, maybe half an hour in, you know what I'm saying, where I pass out. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. I can't wait to kick your ass in Mortal Kombat though, Vince.
Oh my God, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself.
Listen.
Don't do it to yourself. We made it this far. What, 10 years? 10 some years I've known you. Has it been that long?
Yeah. Yeah. Vince done played like 20,000 games on Mortal Kombat, bro.
That was my OG game. I'm just saying, that's my game. Just think about it. When Austin and I
hit me up in a couple years
on what to watch TV wise, or what to eat, we battle it out. So I'm just saying, I can't wait to battle your ass out because then I have actual competition. You know what I'm saying,
bruh? Well, listen, that's not, bro. Mortal Kombat is not an option for anybody. I'm too good. I'm too good.
All I'm saying is, y'all not heard. When I beat him, he better not be crying.
Oh my God, yes, but I'm sorry, but it's just not. That's just not a thing. Sorry, I hate to tell you. But this is a thing. This is Black Wukong. This is what I'm playing. For those who haven't seen it, this is one of the first villains that I had to fight, and almost all of the villains are just like this. We streamed this live on Twitch. If any of y'all would like to, if you're not already following us on Twitch, please do us and yourself a favor and give us a follow. I plan on doing a lot more live streaming gaming, even if it's not me talking and being on cam. I just want to, just hit the button and let y'all know. So go ahead, make sure y'all follow our Twitch, and then you can see, and maybe even coach us through some of these moments. Because it took me a long time to beat this dude, man, but I finally figured it out. But this is what we're dealing with. Yeah, there's a lot of that. This game is hard, yo. I don't say it's hard, but it's not just okay. You just go like Avengers was. You gotta know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't just come just completely naturally. So anyway, I like that. There's this game called Unraveled that I was playing with Kiki, that I'm still playing with Kiki on the Switch. I highly recommend that for parents who game with their kids. Unraveled is what it's called. Not the newest of games, but it's extremely interactive. It requires both of y'all to play with each other. I can't even describe how dope it is. And then, of course, I'm on the show and other stuff like that. But yeah, man,
still playing Overcooked. You still playing Overcooked?
I still play Overcooked.
Me and wifey play it. Me and wifey play it. So if you and Kim want to ever get in the kitchen,
Kim doesn't ever play. Kim doesn't ever play. But Kiki and Deja, we played. In fact, the other night, Deja was like, I was like, no time.
It's a cooking game.
You should download it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, it's dope.
Oh, but all right, Overcooked.
It's fun. It's fun. It's basically, yeah, it's free. It is free. Overcooked was free.
I was really surprised at how many free games PS5 had. That was kind of ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck? They just throwing shit at you.
Yeah, PS Plus, you definitely have a lot of access to free games. But yeah, Overcooked is basically you're working in different kitchens, and orders are coming in, and you got to get the orders precise and out by a certain amount of time, and you have to work with other people. So like if you got two people, one person is cutting up stuff, the other person's cooking. Then you got to make sure that stuff doesn't burn on the stove. You got to wash the dishes. You got to do everything in the kitchen. So it's pretty dope.
That's
yeah,
cool.
you see it right here. Yeah, this is basically what it is. So you see the people walking around, like you'll have to take one person and then like so you see the one dude in the hat, like the way they do it is like, okay, well you gotta make sandwiches. To this mission, you gotta make sandwiches. So we're gonna put out ham on this block. You have to go get the ham and take it over here, and then the ham has to get put on top of the bread. So somebody go get the bread. The bread is way across the water, so you got to go get the bread. Then you go get the bread from the water. You got to throw it back across the water to give this person because you got to put the mustard on it. Now you put the mustard on it. Now it's ready. Now you got to go put the plate up for ready, and then you got to do like how many of those you can do within like a certain amount of time.
Okay. And you got to wash the dishes, and you got to make sure nothing burns, and you got to make sure And look, and the thing about this game is
you get paid extra.
Yo, you have to communicate with your other player. If you don't communicate, you're gonna burn up the kitchen. Communication is key. If you're not communicating, you're gonna mess up orders. You're gonna end all of that, and you're gonna put up one order. It's one order out. Like, we only got one order out.
But they get harder and harder. Like you see where they is now. Like there'll be boards where like the like you're on an island, but it's moving. So you have to like, you have to move it, and then or like there'll be a tree, and the tree will move, and you gotta like move around the tree.
This is a multi-player game.
Yes, you can play up to 4 players. So you can play up to 4 players. So y'all all would have to communicate.
I don't know if I could have my mom
communicate.
You gotta put Monty on. You gotta put Monty on.
No, you drive me fucking nuts. No, she's so anal.
That's the fun part. That's the fun.
There's another part. Yes, there's a board where it's frozen, so you slip a lot. So like you'll be running around like, oh shit, I got this, and you slide into the water.
Okay.
One of those games where you get so angry, like oh, like that. Okay. That's Overcooked. So yeah, that you know who put me on to that? Omar. I think at first, like last year, because it was a boom. It was one of those things where like it came out and it was a flash pan, like everybody was doing it, and then fizzled out just a little bit. But yeah. Really.
That Gordon Ramsay moment is going to be me if my mom and my husband are in the kitchen with me trying to play this game. I swear to God, I'm be screaming at them like you're fired.
It's really that. Now, before we go, I know I've said this before. Before we go. But literally, before we go, why am I missing the fun element of Marvel Rivals? Like, I feel like I tried to play it. I feel like it's a game that should be up my alley, but for some strange reason, when I'm playing it, it feels like Marvel Fortnite, and I'm not a huge Fortnite guy. I know how to play it. I played it, but it feels like
definitely not that. It's definitely not Marvel Fortnite, and the reason that the only reason I can see that you probably are not enjoying it as much is because you haven't found the character that works for you. Like you have to find the characters that work for you.
Okay.
Like and maybe it's because I played with Spider-Man and he wasn't slapping for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta understand that there are specific traits that characters have, and if you are teamed up with a team and you don't have the right team together, then it's not gonna work. So if you have Spider-Man but you don't have a healer on your team or somebody, or you don't have a tank, it's not gonna. This is all about strategy. It's a strategy-based game, so you have to have the right the right people on your squad to make that thing really pop. And you have to. Yeah, it's definitely not Fortnite, and you definitely have to find a character that you like. I personally have grown to really enjoy Moon Knight's character. I like Moon Knight. I like using Moon Knight. He has the long range attacks. He moves quickly. There's a lot of different things. He has other little things that can help the team, so he can heal. So you just have to find out all of the different characters' traits, and then play based off how you want to play. So if you want to be
like for me, it's Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger, yes. They're good. They're very good.
But here's my thing. Like this is where I turn into a video game snob. All right. And this is why I have to improve on this. But I consider I talk about Say it again. What she?
A snob, or are you being picky?
Both.
That's a good question. You tell me. I am being picky based on my preference because I, at my core, feel like I am more of an adventure game player, right? I feel like I'm more. I know how to play fighting games. I know how to play sport games, but I feel like at my core, I beat the game guy. You know what I'm saying? I beat it.
Yeah.
I finished it. I collected everything. So
Right,
when I play a game that has zero necessity to get to the end of it, then I get a little exhausted with it, and that's why I don't do well at games for a long period of time, like Fortnite, Call of Duty, unless there is a zombie mode. Now, conversely, I could play, MLB The Show or even the Madden, and at a point in time, a long time ago, even 2K for like out, on end, because it was just about playing versus your friends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But with Marvel Rivals, I'm like, okay, so the goal is to have an infinite amount of leveling up. Like, there's no point where I'm going to reach the highest level and then at least with Avengers, when we're playing with Tyrone, there's an end. There are what do they call them, seasons and episodes. Like in Fortnite, they have seasons. Like, my daughter will come and be like, oh, the season's almost over. Like, this is a season. Oh yeah, right now it's the Batman season, and then when it goes over, it's going to be the all Marvel characters. Okay, what's the end game in Marvel? No pun intended.
I think you have a preference.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mountain calls games like this sweaty games because I get sweaty, I get frustrated, I cuss, I want to throw my controller. But I like games like this. Like, I like League of Legends and I like playing Overwatch and things like that. It's very much like Overwatch. My only complaint about Marvel Rivals is that when you queue for groups, it would be better if you could queue for the position you want to play. So if you want to be DPS, if you want to be tank, if you want to be healer, you should be able to queue for that. So that way the groups you come into have a structure. Because I've gotten into so many queues where I'm like, so we all just going pew, 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 everybody, and who's going to take the damage and who's going to heal it. Like, that's the only part that frustrates me. But games like that, they're not for not everybody wants to be sweaty. Sometimes I like to play them because I'm frustrated and I need to take it out on other people, and it makes me feel good when they lose.
You see, more importantly, I just want to add to that, because more importantly, you also have to understand that Marvel Rivals is just in its inception. So all of the stuff that Marvel Rivals will be has yet to happen. So this is them just putting the game out, letting people get feelers, everything like that. As the game continues to grow and people, start liking it more, they'll add more stuff to it that will kind of represent you and what you're looking for, which is a completion. You're a completionist. You want there to be an end at a thing at the end or something like that. But I think what also maybe doesn't set up this game for you as well is you're a soloist as well. You also like to play games by yourself, and this is more or less a game that requires you to be dependent on other people. So when you have a game like that, if you're not playing with your friends and you're playing with randoms, it's not going to be fun. As Nolly just alluded to, you're going to wind up playing with a team that everybody wants to be the same person, and then you're like, well, we need this, and they're going to be like, I don't care, it's my favorite character, that's what I'm playing with. So that always is going to make it not fun. But if you play with your friends and everybody has a role and everybody understands that they have a role, then y'all go into the Rivals and y'all just clean house. Y'all beating the hell out of everybody. You're adding up them kills, because even though you're a completionist, there are things to look forward to, like stat lines. Like you could look and say, I had 44 kills, with this percentage of, this or whatever. And you can look at that and say, oh, okay, I did You know, I did my
I
part.
I don't do well with that, and I know exactly what you talk about, and that's
Mm-hmm.
where I fall off. You know, my perfect example of a game would be that suits my every need would be Ghost of Tsushima, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ghost of Tsushima, I play it, I beat it, but I can play with my friends, and we can play
or by yourself.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like perfect for me. So Marvel Rivals doesn't have a version of that, and I'm not saying that it should. Fortnite doesn't have a version. I mean, it kind of does, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, solos.
So that's where I kind of get a little bit like, like I'm not trying to say that Marvel Rivals should. And it sounded like you just said that we should squad up, because that's what it sounds like. What I'm hearing is that we need to squad up.
Yeah,
and y'all know who's gonna put it in, so choose wisely.
You need to have a game where everybody has. I'm just saying, like, let's pick a date and a time, but we could squad it on up right quick. What's goody?
Definitely good. We could definitely do it.
What's good with Tuesday night, Wednesday night? Can we pick a time and a location? Like, I don't even want to give y'all no chance to call in sick. You ain't even got to be on camera. Let's just play the game. What's up?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll start the group.
I'm down.
And I'm hoping that those that are in the comics, the Big Hex, the movie, you of course are invited, obviously, and even though you in an undisclosed location, somewhere on an island that you probably own, Darth, you definitely were. Anybody who's in the comments right now, anybody who messes with us, whether we disagree or not, please pull on up, man. It'd be a good little chat we'll have. We'll call it gamer chat. I don't fucking know. We'll just go ahead and kick this off. This is one of my resolutions for 2025 to do more streams than just the one we do on Saturday. To increase.
And Vince, as an added incentive, if you do pull up to the streams, drop your gamer tags, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to get on and play with us. So just as an added incentive, just to pull up. We're taking on all comers, teammates, everything. So
and we may have a bag of goodies, to send you some prizes